Hey YouTube, how's it going? Retro Dave back with another video, and yes, this video is entirely PlayStation focused. Don't worry, you haven't tuned into the wrong channel. It's still me. Yes, I know. I've been on a massive PlayStation kick this last month, and I've basically been swapping out stuff that I already had, like for better condition and this and the other. So I've got a whole load of stuff to show you. So I suggest you grab yourself a drink or something to eat. It's going to be quite a long one, not too sure how long, but I've got a massive pile of stuff to get through and a few things to talk about. So first of all, just want to say, if you're in the background, if you can hear whirring and everything going on, it's because it is like hot as hell in here. It's 25 past 10 at night. It's got to be 20 something degrees here, and in the UK that is quite warm for an evening, for a night time. So I've got fans going, the computer fans whirring next to me, that's hot as well. So everything's hot. I've got a black t-shirt on, I've got a fan on, so yeah, it's warm. So I apologise if you've got headphones on, you hear the background noise. Right, so let's get straight into it. Let's go straight into the biggest item, why not? Probably the thing I'm most excited about showing you. So yes, I have finally gone next gen, and if you haven't guessed by the title of the video already, you can probably guess what it's going to be. So I have been like kind of on the fence, not too sure what I'm going to do with regards to next gen, if at all, or when I was going to bother taking the plunge. But yeah, since the certain games being released, I've kind of like been following it and looking at videos of it, and I actually managed to play it around Pete's Tastic's house. I actually managed to pay Pete a visit about 4 weeks ago. I had a little go around Pete's house, and yeah, from actually playing it, I've been on the hunt thinking, right, I need to get myself a console. So I have picked up the Uncharted 4 edition of the PlayStation 4. So yeah, really happy to be on board with the next gen. And I played this game for 5 hours straight Saturday night and was absolutely hooked. Never played any of the Uncharted games before. I did have a PS3 when they first came out, but I've not played any of the previous Uncharted games. And yeah, jumped straight in with this one, and so far really enjoying it. Now, me, normally story-based games aren't really my thing. I'm kind of one of these people that like, doesn't care about the story and just wants to skip the cutscenes and play the game. But with the Uncharted 4, I've really got into the story. I'm really enjoying kind of like watching the story, but it also then goes seamlessly into the gameplay, which I really like. There's no like loading screen, or it's just basically seamlessly flows, and I really enjoyed that. So really enjoyed Uncharted 4. So I bought the console, but also me being me, I don't do things by halves. I've gone in balls deep. So I've bought a few games to get me on my way. Also got an accessory. Picked up an additional controller to match the console, because that's, I just have to have it matching, because that bugged me having a black controller. So I've got a match controller, so when I have people around to play two-player, I'm not sure any of these games are two-player, to be fair, but I've got a second controller because I didn't want them to stop doing this like addition or these colours, and then I'll end up being screwed, not being able to get one. So anyway, second controller. Also the games, I'm not going to lift the PlayStation up because you'll know what it looked like. It's plugged in, I'm not unplugging it. But it comes obviously with the game Uncharted 4, which I've just shown you. I picked this up as well, Resident Evil Origins Collection. Resident Evil, I love the series, one of my favourite series, franchises of games, sorry, and the original for me, that's my most nostalgic one. I love the first one. And I have got the HD remake on the Xbox 360 already, but really wanted the physical copy and to have it on the PS4 as well. Not sure if it's any different, to be fair, but don't care. Resident Evil Zero's on there as well, and I'll definitely be keeping a close eye on the Resident Evil 2 remake that they're doing as well. Hopefully that will come out on PS4, and I would definitely be picking that up. So grab that as well. It's like 20 odd quid, I think. Again, another game, story-based game that I've never played but heard nothing but good things about, and that is The Last of Us. So I grabbed the remastered version, obviously because I haven't got a PS3. Not played the game before, again, but it's by Naughty Dog obviously the same people have done Uncharted 4, renowned obviously for their story-based games recently, and yeah, really looking forward to give this a try. So that is The Last of Us. I mean, literally, I got this stuff like Thursday, like, you know, what, 4 days ago. So I haven't played all these yet. I've literally just played Uncharted 4. Resident Evil Revelations 2. Never played this one before, but again, like Resident Evil, so I wanted to give it a try. I think this was about 15 quid. I've got Resident Evil Revelations on the 360, so gonna definitely try the sequel out on the PS4. And also grabbed GTA 5. Now I have got this on the 360, but I do love the GTA games. Haven't got stuck into the 360 version, to be honest. But this one apparently has got the first person view. I believe there's some more like cars and radio stations, stuff like that. So I do like my GTA, so I thought, why not? I'll grab it on the PS4 and, you know, kind of get it as good as it's gonna look. So really happy to have that. So there we go. That is the PS4 and the PS4 games. So that will come like last Thursday. So grab a drink. Okay, where should we go next? Okay, so what I've been doing is going through my PS1 and PS2 games and sorting out the condition. Basically, what I've been doing, I've been itemising my collection on Excel. Something I've been meaning to do for a good couple of years now. So I've been basically itemising everything I've got, how much I paid for it, and everything else. Basically getting like a list of everything I've actually got in here. And whilst going through my PlayStation stuff, I noticed that quite a lot of it, on PS1 mainly, damaged cases, scratched discs. PS2 stuff like missing manuals, platinum editions, that's that, the other stuff I've picked up like years ago for like next to nothing out of like charity shops and stuff like that. And I thought, right, I want to kind of swap some of these out and get them in better condition. So what I've basically done is I've swapped out a load of my PS2, I say a load, what's that, 3, 6, 7 or 8 or so, 7 or 8 PS2 games. So I'm just going to quickly show you those now, the ones I've swapped out for black label or better condition. So I'll grab these first. So I grabbed the Resident Evil 4 Stilton edition, and it's in like mint condition, this is in mint condition. I'm not going to get it all, show you all, you know what it all looks like. But do you know what? I bought Resident Evil 4 when it first came out. I remember buying out a Choices video. And the funny thing is, I've never actually sat and really played it. I've only ever played it for about 5-10 minutes and never put any other real time into the game. To this day, it's crazy. So since I've got this, me and my daughter have actually been sitting playing it. I can't remember the exact point we've got to, but we've played it, I'm going to say, for maybe, I think the playtime on the save file was about 3 hours. So about 3 hours in, but again, obviously I'm not rushing through it, so I don't know how far that is. But we're really enjoying playing it. And I know a lot of people will say that Resi 4 is a really good game, and it is. I'm pleased I'm actually enjoying it now. And that's what I've been doing really the last 4 weeks, guys. I've just been fucking playing games. I'll talk about that in another video. I won't go into it right now, but Resident Evil 4 on a tangent. So yeah, really happy to grab that one. Again, this is just a straight upgrade. Max Payne 2, full Max Payne. This is an upgrade as well. I had a platinum version. Tekken Tag Tournament, used to love playing this back in the day, so grab the black label copy of that. Again, these are all like between like £2 and £5 at best. Resident Evil Code Veronica X, I had, was this on platinum? Yeah, it was. I had a platinum version of this in not so great condition, so grab that as well. This again I had in shit condition, Stuntman, now it's black label complete. GTA San Andreas, I had, my disc was really scratched up on this one. I don't even know how that even happened or where I got it from, but I've now upgraded up to a much better condition one. So San Andreas. Burnout again, I had it was missing the manual and a platinum disc and a black cover, so swapped that out. And also swapped out my platinum version of Gran Turismo 3. This is the first game I ever bought on my PlayStation 2. Fucking love this game, and just cool to have back. And I'm just showing the disc. I love that disc. I love that. the original Black Label disc. So I had the Platinum one, and it's in absolutely mint condition. It's like £2. I was like, fucking hell, I've got to have it. So upgraded that. So now all my PS2 games are Black Label, original releases, whatever you want to call it. So all my PS2 games have now been swapped out. They're all in great condition, minimal marks on disc, stuff like that, and they're no Platinum games, all gone. So really happy about that. So no Platinum games. And I'm also doing the same with my PS1. I've still got about, I'm just having a quick look over here now, 2, 4, 6, 8, I say about 10. There's about 10 PS1 games that I need swapping out. Pardon me. But I'll probably do that next month or whatever. So I've still got about 10 or so to do. But I have bought some. I have bought some PS1 games. Pardon me. Suffering with hay fever. Fucking terrible this week. I have upgraded 2. Is there 2? I'm just having a quick look. Yeah. So 2 in this pile I've already got. So there would have been 12 upgrades. I'm just trying to think what is the best way to show you this lot. Okay, let me show you one more PS2 game first actually. This was a charity shop find this weekend. I mean, I know, like, I look in there and I never find fucking anything. I have occasionally found the odd Game Boy game, which I've probably shown you about 2 years ago. I think I found Zelda on the Game Boy for like £2. I just picked it up. I've already got the game. I just thought I'd just pick it up just out of curiosity to see how much it was. And so I've got this game ready. So this isn't right. I'm not keeping it. It's GTA Vice City. It was 99p. Now I just picked it up and just opened it, right? And this is what I saw. And now you can see why I bought it. The memory card. Because I actually been looking to buy another memory card for the PlayStation. I think they're like £5, £6, £7, something like that. And I've been meaning to buy another memory card. And I just was in the charity shop. I just kind of pulled it out, opened it, and thought, right, I'll buy it. Saw the memory card and thought, right, 99p, done. I don't even want the game. I've got the fucking game already in like perfect condition. So for 99p, I've got an extra memory card. So I just wanted to share that with you. Also, in a charity shop, this is in a, it's actually a retro, it just sells retro stuff, this charity shop. Now, there's a Game Gear in there for 60 quid. Now, I don't know what the fuck's going on with the price. Whether, I mean, I haven't had a Game Gear for about 2-3 years. But they weren't worth that much when I had one. And mine was in full working order. And this didn't look like it had been kicked around a fucking car park. And it was in the cabinet, in a glass cabinet, for £60 with one game. And I think the game was probably, I think, Columns or Mickey World of Illusion or something like that. 60 quid, fuck that. I don't even want to buy a Game Gear. I don't want a Game Gear, but I was just like, I couldn't believe it was £60 in a charity shop. I was like, for fuck's sake. And they had like a few Game Boy games, like 3 or 4 quid, but all loose. I weren't interested in them. I didn't want the games. I had most of them anyway. Then I did see this. Now, this is something I have actually had in my... Actually, my wife was with me. And I said, oh look, I've been looking for one of these. And I actually showed her like on my eBay, watch this. I'm watching 2 of them at the minute. And I've been meaning to get it to play my Die Hard trilogy on the PS1. So basically it's a light gun. And the Die Hard game doesn't work with the Time Crisis G-Con 45. I don't know why that is, but it doesn't. And I remember back in the day when I had Die Hard, I had like a little mini handgun, and I couldn't remember for the life of me what the gun was called. And found out the other week it was a Scorpion gun, a little Scorpion light gun. So yeah, I walked in the charity shop and I clocked this on the shelf in the box for £8. Now, it weren't a bad price because the ones I was watching I was about 15 quid, I think. Yeah, but this is in the box and it's got the adapter, it's got the instructions. I mean, I don't really care, the box is a bit bad, but I'm just going to use it anyway. So I bought this, haven't even tried it yet, I've got it yesterday. It's literally fresh in the room, so untouched yet. But 8 quid, I thought, why not? I was going to say ask if they do it for a £5, but I just felt like being a cheeky cunt asking for money off the charity shop. Thought I haven't got the audacity, so I said right, 8 quid, whatever. So I paid it. So now I'm hoping, if it works, that I can play Die Hard Trilogy on the PS1 in full RGB. So really happy about that. I have got Die Hard Trilogy on the Saturn, and obviously I've got a light on Saturn, but it doesn't look the same because I've got the PS1, and with the RGB cable it just looks the nuts. And this is the gun I actually used to have, this exact one, the green little hat. And as soon as I saw it, I thought, I'm having it. So looking forward to a nostalgia trip and playing Die Hard Trilogy with the light gun soon. Okay, PS1. I need to blow my nose, but I won't spoil your entertainment by blowing my nose right now because hay fever is doing nothing. Right. Okay, PS1. Let's get this done with. So, 2 games first that are upgrades. I'll show you those first, then we'll go to some new titles. There's some good stuff in here, guys, so bear with me. I know you're not normally here for PlayStation, but this is a one-off. And, well, I say a one-off, there'll be a few other videos, but this is the most this is the most PlayStation stuff you're going to see from me in one video. And there's some cracking stuff in here, so bear with me, guys, alright? Now, Destruction Derby 2 is my favourite PlayStation 1 game. Fucking love it. That was the game that sold the system to me. That game was amazing. And then I played Destruction Derby 1 around a friend's house at school, and I thought that was great too. And obviously I've had the game for a little while, but the disc was pretty scratched. The manual was a bit fucked, the case was a bit fucked, so I thought, right, I'm going to upgrade it. So I got myself a nice copy of Destruction Derby. Again, I don't think there's any breaks on the case or nothing, but I'm not gonna bore you and open every single game, but it is all in fantastic condition. This is what my mission has been to buy these games in as good condition as I can get them. So anyway, Destruction Derby, fantastic game, one of the original games. This is number 8. I think it's gonna fucking focus, but yeah, one of the launch games for the console, and fucking fantastic. So Destruction Derby. Another upgrade, I had a platinum copy, which was in really poor condition. The disc was like gouged. I don't even know. I think I must have got it at a charity shop for like £1 or whatever. I can't remember. But I've upgraded it to a nice copy, and that is Tomb Raider 2. So I'm not going to try not to bore you all to sleep, but Tomb Raider 2. Okay, so now we're going to new games, stuff that isn't upgraded. And I'm going to save, I've got a separate little pile of 3, which I'm going to show you at the end, and something special, so just hold on for me. Yeah, some really cracking games coming up now. So first one for me is a classic. Now I played this when it first came out with my girlfriend at the time when I was at school. So I was I think I was 15. I was 15 or 16. Do you know what? I think I was 15. It could have been 14. 14 or 14. What year is it? I'm trying to think the year it came out. I don't know. That's going to bug me now. Anyway, I played it when it came out. I won't bore you. I must have been about 14 or 15. And me and my girlfriend, we used to love playing this. We loved it, and we just sat and played it repeatedly. And funny enough, I haven't owned the game since. I've not owned it in this collection I've got now. I don't know if I had it in my previous collection a few years back, but yeah, happy to add it now. And that is the classic Tekken 3. Obviously I've got it in the black label as well. Yeah, wicked. I used to love this game, honestly. I mean, it looks a bit dated now, obviously, by today's standards, but it's a really good game. Out of the 3 Tekken games on the PlayStation, this is my favourite one. So Tekken 3, really glad to add that. Okay, another game we used to play. So the next 2. Right, so these next 2 games also used to play around my girlfriend's house. Again, I was like 14, 15. And that is Medal of Honor. Now, her dad actually used to like playing this. And yeah, I used to like watching him play it. I couldn't get on the controls at first, but then I started to enjoy it as well. So Medal of Honor. Now I haven't actually played this game since then. So yeah, really happy to grab that. I think it's like £2. I mean, fuck, it don't cost nothing. Some of the PlayStation games though do cost money, which I'll come to that. But yeah, Medal of Honor, first-person shooter, on the very first first-person shooters as far as I'm aware on the PlayStation. And yeah, really looking forward to put this on and see if I can remember some of the areas I was playing back in the day. So it's been such a long time since I played it. And again, this game. Now, we used to play this game back in the day, and I think this was rented. I remember rightly. I don't think I didn't own it. I don't think she owned it. I can't. You know, honestly, I can't remember whether we rented it or she had it or bought it. I honestly don't know. But either way, we used to really like sitting and playing it, and I used to spend a lot of time on it as well. And this is one of the, I say, pricier PlayStation games now. The PlayStation 1 is definitely going up in price. I mean, I thought they're just cheap games. A lot of them are pretty cheap, to be fair. But there are some that are creeping up in price, and this one I couldn't believe it when I saw the price of it. I was like, fucking hell. And it's selling between like £25 and £30, depending on like the condition of it or whatever. And I think this was like £27 I paid for this. But I had to get it. I haven't owned it or played it since that time, and that is the original Spyro the Dragon. I used to love this game. I put it on, and as soon as I played it, like the first couple of minutes, it all come back to me. It's like, oh my god, Jay, you need dash and you get the gems and you have to find all the hidden dragons and that. I know, I mean, listening to the dialogue, it's definitely more of like a children's game. I mean, it is got like ages like from 3 upwards, you know what I mean? But I used to love playing this game. I think it's a really cool game, and obviously a lot of people still do because the price on this one is creeping up. So I think this is about £27, and for a PlayStation game, that's pretty rich as far from what I understand. I mean, I haven't bought like any like expensive PlayStation games ever until this one. This is the first one I've actually spent good money on. But yeah, Spyro the Dragon, it's a classic PlayStation game, and again, recommend it if you haven't played it. So really happy to have the original game, original Black Label copy of that. Okay, now then. What should we go to now? So we'll go this one I got out of my local game shop. This has been sat in there for a little while, to be fair, and I've kind of just like looked at it and not bothered and just not looked at the price or anything. And then now I've gone through my games, PlayStation games, and saw this. I thought, you know what, I think I'm going to buy it. And it was £18, and it seemed like mint condition. The discs are unmarked. Yeah, it's perfect nick, and it is Resident Evil Director's Cut. I've never owned the Director's Cut version. I've got the original version, which is the one I used to have, but I think this one, it says in the back, an enhanced release of the #1 terrifying classic, new camera angles and character graphics, 3 action-packed difficulty levels, standard training and advanced modes of play. So I'm not sure how many similarities there are, but again, because Resident Evil is one of my favourite franchises, I just wanted to add it into my Resident Evil collection, and it was £18. I mean, I think that was pretty much top whack for what it sells for, from what I could gather on eBay. I know the shop does kind of hover around the eBay price, but again, was happy to get it. You know, I could see it in the shop, in my hand, take the discs out, look at it. It was a done deal. So Resident Evil Director's Cut, happy to add that one into my PS1 collection. Now we're coming up to another two. We'll now cover survival horror kind of games. We'll go this one first. I did have this. I had it. I can't remember how I got it. I could probably go back to a video a few years ago and find it. I think it came in a bundle of stuff that I got. I can't remember. But it's a survival horror game, and I haven't put any time, and I had it last time, I didn't even play it last time, but I really want to get into it again, and actually play it this time. I started getting into it again. I've owned it again, and I actually want to sit and play it. And it's a Squaresoft game, a bit like Resident Evil, and it's called Parasite Eve 2. From what I understand, Parasite Eve, the first one, is a lot more heavily based RPG kind of style, whereas this one's more of an action-based adventure, a bit more on the realms of Resident Evil, whereas the other one was a bit more one-on-one fighting, strategy-based. I can't even get the fucking words out. You know what I'm trying to say. But this one was the more action-based one, which is what I prefer. So I went with this one. So Parasite Eve 2, really happy to add this one in and give this a shot. Now this one, this is a game I've never heard of before, and I've not heard anyone that I watch talk about it. Again, looking for survival horror games. I really love, again, I'm going to go on about it, like Resident Evil, Silent Hill, all that kind of stuff. Really love those games. And whilst doing a bit of research for survival horror games, I come across this game. This isn't expensive and it isn't cheap. It's kind of, I mean, this was I think £17–18, so it's kind of like, I don't know what you PlayStation collectors say is expensive. I don't know. I'm telling you, this is about 17 odd quid, so it's not like a cheap £2 game. It's not a mega expensive game. Never heard of it before. Never seen any video footage of it. Nothing. But I looked it up. And again, it's a survival horror, fixed camera angles, you know, find the key, find the map, so, you know, Resident Evil-esque kind of game. But the difference is the combat with like the zombies or the monsters isn't like Resident Evil. It then goes into, it goes like Fire Emblem, you know, where you have to you got like a grid, like a coloured mark. You can move and then you attack and you move back. It's like that. So it's kind of a mix between Resident Evil, survival horror, Silent Hill meets Fire Emblem, if that makes sense, for the combat part anyway. So the game I'm talking about is by SNK and it's called Kudelka. It's a 4-discer, so it's a big one. So that's how you spell it if you want to go and look it up yourself. There's the back. I'm sorry about the glare. It's because of the way I'm sitting on the angle. So on the back it says basically it's based in Wales, Great Britain. It says Kudelka, the sexiest gothic horror RPG on PlayStation. Yeah, Wales, Great Britain, 1898. A group of 3 characters, including the beautiful medium Kudelka, are drawn to the mysterious Neamson Monastery. The dark, deserted and foreboding place keeps within its walls a secret mystery of witchcraft and sorcery. So, yeah, sounds pretty cool, doesn't it? So, I can't really show the screenshots because the glare is going to be like unbearable for you. But go look it up. I recommend go look up some gameplay. I'm pretty sure most of you wouldn't have heard of it. I mean, I've never ever heard of this game, ever. And I never even remember seeing it in the shops back in the day. I do not recognise that cover at all. But it just intrigued me, and I thought, you know, why not? 17 quid, give it a shot. All I've done is literally put it in and tested it and see it works. That's as far as I've got with it. But I do want to obviously give it a try. So yeah, Kudelka. An oddball title to add to the collection. Right, let me have another swig of drink. We're coming up now. We've got the last 3 games and accessories, so bear with me. I know we're 28 minutes in. Okay, I'll show you the accessory, and then we'll go on to the games. So, I picked up. Don't suck in my mouth here. A bit of food or something. An arcade stick. So I got myself a PS1 arcade stick. Now I do love myself an arcade stick. I've got the NES Advantage. I've got the SNES arcade stick. I've got a PS2 Tekken Tag Edition arcade stick, and I really wanted a PlayStation arcade stick for 2 reasons. One was for Tekken 3, so I want to get Tekken 3 and I want to get some shoot 'em ups. Now I love playing my one-on-one fighters and shoot 'em ups on arcade stick. And it just is awesome. And side scroll and beat 'em ups, sorry. So there's the side scroll and beat 'em ups. Now I wanted this stick, micro switched joystick, buttons aren't, unfortunately, but you've got the turbo and all that jazz going on at the top there. So officially licensed PlayStation arcade stick. Really wanted to get this one. Looked at a few videos. There's a couple. This is the one that I like the look of the most, and the more it actually looks more like a PlayStation as well. Nice and comfortable, metal base. Happy days, right? So what I've done is I've got myself some shooters, and to be totally honest with you, all three of them I never knew about, never heard of on this system. So hopefully, you know, well, it'd be nice if I perhaps show you some of you guys these games, and you might be interested, because as soon as I saw them and saw gameplay, I was like, I'm sold. So I'm hoping that, you know, some of you guys are looking for your PS1 games that, you know, you might not have heard of these games before. So I'm hoping, you know, you might have some, you know, good recommendation, because I think they're fantastic, and they're not, apart from one, they're not expensive, which I'll come to at the end. So this one is a side scroller and a vertical. I think it interchanges, a bit like R-Type, I believe. And it is called X2. Pardon me. This one's got some stickers on the back of it, which I do need to try and get off. It's got a barcode and not for resale, for bundling only, strict not for resale on the back. So it says, incredible 32,000 colours, devastating visuals, and a powerful techno soundtrack resounding across 10 massive levels. X2 threatens to destroy the player at every press of the button. So yeah, it's a shooter, and it plays very well from what I've played so far, which is about 5 minutes. I've just quite enjoyed just sticking it on and trying it out. And yeah, it says there, just confirm, horizontal scroll and vertical scroll. So it goes between the two. Now I do prefer, personally, vertical shooters. I just prefer going up the screen. That's just my thing. But if it interchanges, mixes it up a little bit, I'm happy to give it a try. And again, this wasn't expensive. I think it was about £10–11, something like that. So happy to add that one. Now the next one, very good game. Very, very good. And again, this was even cheaper. I think this was about £7. Fantastic game, and it looks really, really good. Vertical shooter. So as soon as I see that, I was all over it. Again, this was just pure YouTube video searching for shoot 'em ups on PlayStation. I'm not trying to sound knowledgeable on PlayStation, because I'm clearly not. But I found these games, and I'm hoping I can share them with you guys. And if you're into shooters, then it's worth having a look. And this game I do recommend, and it is Strikers 2 1945. Vertical shoot 'em up, very, very similar to Aero Fighters in how it looks. So I'm not sure if you get some of the screenshots, but if you're familiar with Aero Fighters, it is very similar, especially this one here with a boat. So about £7, and I've played about, again, 5–10 minutes of it. Plays really, really well. I didn't notice any slowdown, so really, really good buy. Happy to add that one in. Now we come up to the last game, and talking of Aero Fighters, I never knew this game was on the PlayStation, as with either of those games I just showed you. And this game is factory sealed. Now, I don't normally go and buy out my way to buy factory sealed games, because I like to play the games. You know, and I bought it with the intention of playing it. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to do a separate video on this game of me actually opening it and then playing it, and showing you guys how it plays. Now, I've never played it either, so I'm as intrigued as you're hopefully going to be. But I do like the game, the Super Nintendo. I've got the Aero Fighters on the SNES. I really enjoy it. I played it for a good few times, and I saw this and I was like, I'm fucking buying it. Pardon me. But there's no used copies, I don't think. No, I'll tell a lie. There was a used copy of this game. I think it was like 45 quid, and it was missing the manual or missing the inlay, one of the two. And I thought, I'm not buying it. It's got to be right, I'm not buying it. And it is Sonic Wings Special, and as you can see, it is factory sealed. You can see on the back. It isn't in English on the back here. It is PAL, however, so it's going to work. I imported this from Portugal. It came today, and yeah, I'm going to open it. I'm going to play it, and it was a fair chunk of change, to be fair, but I want to play the game. I really enjoy Aero Fighters on the SNES, and this is, from what I have read, it is based on the 3 Aero Fighters games. So, and it changes the levels, and depending on how you're playing the game, I believe after level 4, it then gives you random levels from the other 3 Sonic Wings games. So it's kind of like a different experience every time. You can't be guaranteed you get the same levels every time, which is really, I think that's pretty interesting. And the fact that it's got like all the levels from the 3 games, from what I understand, on here, yeah, it's like the ultimate Aero Fighters game. So I was all over it. So I thought, right, I'll buy this. And what I paid for this, it actually sells for. It sells for about £5 or £6 less for a used copy in the UK with English back panel, but it's a shooter. You don't need to read English for a shoot 'em up. You know what I mean? So it's fine. But yeah, Sonic Wings Special, factory sealed. I'm going to open it. I'm going to do a separate video on me opening this and then playing it, and we'll see how it plays with the old arcade stick. So that is it, guys. That is the PlayStation pickups. I have got a birthday coming up soon, and I'm pretty sure there's a few extra games coming for my birthday, so we'll have to wait and see what happens there. I have got a few other retro bits: Genesis, SNES, Game Boy, NES, but I'm going to save them for another video. I just want this to be like a bit of a PlayStation special, next gen update collection, kind of like rejig with swapping out stuff. So I want to kind of keep it like focused on that, really. So if you stuck with me to the end, thank you. I appreciate your time. I know it's been pretty long. What, we're at 37.5 minutes. So just want to say thanks for watching, and yeah, I look forward to catching you in the next video. And yeah, it should be the old Aero Fighters Sonic Wings unboxing. So I hope to catch you there. So take it easy, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you soon for the next one. See you in a bit.